A very good evening, students. This short video is on the Viva on sacrum. Suppose if you are given the sacrum by examiner in the Viva, then he may ask you something about the general features or the bony features of the sacrum. For example, he may ask you what are the bony features of the sacrum, या वो कहेंगे कि आप सैक्रम के कुछ बोनी फीचर्स को डिस्क्राइब करिए। आपका आंसर होना चाहिए कि सैक्रम एक सिंगल बोन है जिसमें कि 5 वर्टिब्रा सैक्रल वर्टिब्रा फ्यूज़ हो गए हैं। इसका शेप ट्रायंगुलर है और ये पोस्टीरियर वॉल ऑफ द पेल्विस भी बनाता है। इस ट्रायंगुलर बोन का बेस ऊपर है जिसमें कि फर्स्ट सैक्रल वर्टिब्रा is there, body of the first sacral vertebra, and extending laterally from the body of the first sacral vertebra, ये जो expanded portion है बोन का बॉडी की तरफ राइट एंड लेफ्ट साइड में, इसको एला ऑफ द सैक्रम बोलते हैं। सो बॉडी और एला ऑफ द सैक्रम को बेस ऑफ द सैक्रम भी बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये ट्रायंगुलर बोन है, इसलिए इसका अपेक्स विल बी एट द जंक्शन ऑफ द लोअर पीस ऑफ द सैक्रम विद द कॉक्सिक्स। सो दिस इज द कॉक्सिक्स फ्यूज विद दिस part of the sacrum, part of the sacrum. Then you can tell him that there is an pelvic surface or the anterior surface of the sacrum which is concave, and then there is a dorsal or the posterior surface of the sacrum which is rough and convex. It is rough and convex. On the dorsal surface as well as here on dorsal surface as well as onto the pelvic surface, there are 4 pieces, 4 pairs of the sacral foramina. They are called as, इनको बोलते हैं anterior sacral foramina के 4 pairs हैं. And then this bodies of the sacrum, they unite with each other at just opposite this pair. This is the junction between the S1 and S2 in just by the side of the first pair of the pelvic sacral foramina. This is the second, with uniting with the third sacral piece. This is the fourth in front of and by the side of the थर्ड सैक्रल फोरामिना, और ये लोवेस्ट पीस है जो कि फिफ्थ सैक्रल है. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ एंड द fifth sacral vertebrae. They have united in just by the side of the 4 sacral foramina, 4 pair of the pelvic sacral foramina. On the dorsal surface, in the similar way, you can see that these are the 4 dorsal sacral foramina. Now then the question may be, what passes through this pelvic sacral foramina and through the dorsal sacral foramina? As you know that the spinal nerve, the sacral part of the spinal cord segment, will give the 5 pair of the sacral spinal nerves. So this sacral spinal nerve, the ventral root will come out from the pelvic sacral foramina onto the right side as well as. Similarly, the dorsal ramus, So here, from here on the pelvic ventral surface, it will be the ventral ramus of the spinal nerve, and from the dorsal, as you know that there are 2 rami, that is ventral and the dorsal rami of the each sacral, each spinal nerve. Then there is a canal called as the sacral canal, which is in continuation with that of the vertebral canal above, lumbar vertebral canal. Lower down, this sacral canal opens here what is called as hiatus of the sacrum, hiatus. And this sacral hiatus is because non-fusion of the laminae of the 5th sacral vertebrae, 5th sacral vertebrae. On that there is a right and the left lateral surface. He may ask you, what is the name of this area? You can call it as, this is an auricular surface which forms an articulation with that of the similar auricular surface of the ilium to form the sacroiliac joint. Okay, so sacro, this is for the joint sacro, while the joint with that of the fifth lumbar vertebra is formed by the body of the S1, and the projection of the anterior margin of the body is called as sacral promontory. It is called as sacral promontory, right? Then he may ask you to keep it in anatomical position. This is important. Always keep the body of the sacrum, okay, where not body, the sacrum, its pelvic surface directed forward and downward. I will show you in this view. It should be directed forward and downward, while that of the dorsal surface should face the postero superiorly and pelvic surface antero inferiorly, while that of the base, that is the body of the sacrum, similarly should face antero superiorly, okay, towards anterior side or pelvic side and towards the superior side. So it is a tilted position of the sacrum, not like that. Never keep the sacrum vertical. It is always should be tilted, okay, tilted. Now, then after the anatomical position, he may ask some of the structure on the dorsal surface. There is the projection tubercles are seen in the midline. This is called as median sacral crest. Then he can ask you, show me the other crest on the dorsal surface. Just lateral to the fused laminae on the either side of the spinous median sacral crest. This is a rough ridge, and this is the intermediate sacral crest, which is formed by the fusion of the articular processes. And most laterally, then he can ask you about this crest, and this crest which lies lateral to this sacral foramina, इसका नाम है the lateral sacral crest, which is formed by the fusion of the transverse process. On lateral surface, as I have already told you, show him that this is the auricular surface, okay, and then behind the auricular surface he will ask you why there is a rough area behind the auricular surface on either side. You can say that this is for the attachment of an very strong ligament, interosseous ligament, sacroiliac ligament, okay, and this is called as sacral tuberosity. It is called as sacral tuberosity. Then he may ask you, show me the attachment of other ligament. One which you have already shown, that is the dorsal sacral, interosseous sacral iliac ligament for the attachment between the ilium, okay, and that of the sacrum, sacroiliac ligament, that is interosseous, okay. This is very strong ligament. Then you can also tell that from ala of the sacrum or from the tip of the transverse process, two ligaments will start, that is the iliolumbar, which will go to the iliac crest, and then there is a lumbosacral ligament. This projection is for the attachment of the lumbosacral ligament from under surface of the transverse process of L5 to the posterior part of the ala of the lumbo, very strong ligament, okay, lumbosacral ligament. Then you can also show him that there is another strong ligament attached from onto the lateral margin of this sacrum, and that is the sacroiliac ligament, that is sacral part of the ilia, sacroiliac ligament, okay. Now this strong sacroiliac ligament can extend up to the lateral margin of the coccyx, and then onto the lateral margin of the coccyx and that of the sacrum, and another ligament is attached here, and that is the sacrospinous ligament, okay. So there is a sacrotuberous, okay, sacro, not iliac, sacrotuberous ligament onto the lateral, which is very strong and quite extensive on the lateral margin right up to the coccyx, lateral margin, that is the sacrotuberous ligament going to the ischial tuberosity of the hip bone, and sacrospinous ligament, okay, so from the lateral margin of the this coccyx and lower part of the sacrum to the ischial spine, sacrospinous ligament. Then he may ask some of the bony, some of the soft tissue attachment or relation. Okay, there can be a relation with the ala of the sacrum, which is usually asked, okay, from the ala. Yeah, you can show that on either side the ala of the sacrum is related to the three important structure. Okay, most majorly it is the lumbosacral trunk here. It is the lumbosacral trunk here. Then there will be an artery, iliolumbar artery is here. This is the site where iliolumbar artery is there, and most laterally it is the obturator nerve. So this on this side as well as on this side in front of the ala, these are the relation. In the midline there will be a median sacral artery may be there. Then there may be just lateral to the ventral, this pelvic sacral foramina, and another artery is there, that is lateral sacral. This was median sacral, and this is the lateral sacral artery. And then medial to the foramina there will be the sympathetic chain coming here, which will go right up to the coccyx. Okay, and where there will be the ganglion impar. So this is the sympathetic chain going medial to the sacral foraminas. Okay, sacral foraminas. On dorsal surface, two important attachment are there. That is, one is for the erector spinae muscle up to the first upper three posterior or dorsal sacral foramina, encircling it or enclosing it, and in between this, just covering to this three sacral foramina, dorsal, sacral, upper, okay, there will be the origin of the multifidus. So the erector spinae and multifidus on either side are the important attachment of the dorsal surface of that of the sacrum. I think I have covered many important, okay, question which are usually asked in the examination. Okay, usually asked in the examination. Then one intelligent question, if is you are replying properly, may be there, why there is a sudden narrowing of the sacrum just below the auricular surface, just below, it immediately becomes weak, sacrum become weak after the third pair of the sacral foraminas. Fourth and fifth are weak, rudimentary. Then you can say that whatsoever load comes on the S1 arthroiliolumbar and iliosacral ligament, it passes through this sacroiliac joint, and after the load of the body has gone from right and left sacroiliac joint, the sacrum is not transmitting that much load, except the some of the load passing through the ligament, a strong ligament, sacrotuberous and sacrospinous. Okay, that is the reason why this is triangular in shape. The bone is triangular in shape, and fourth and fifth sacral pieces are very weak. Thank you very much for watching this short video on the sacrum viva.